I have one poem today. It's an older poem. I wrote it 30 years ago, but it's still good art always lasts, right? And in my, I like words and creating words. So this is called Schizophrenogenesis. Women, men, children slashed by wire hangers in back room, denied the just reward of sweet fruit of breasts and hips and thighs. We've kissed the beast. We've made love and bargains with the beast, blamed men who couldn't tame the beast, who also sacrificed heart voices to the dark-mouthed Molech beast, the devouring soul monster, inferno built on plastic, silver, and copper discs, green slips of barter, burning what's important to importance. Non-disposable, disposable diapers for small, disposable bodies. Mother cries, waste, meta, more more of this progress. Scream, scream, lost screams into screaming wind. Invisible, insidious spittle blows everywhere. The sun falls, rain shines even on injustice. Seedlings uprooted, some grow up, some down. What is acceptable is unacceptable to evolution. We tolerate intolerability. How long? Roaches only will survive, toughest in triumph, as we try to kill them, killing us, strong as the weakest link in the highest point of the highest evolved food chain, so-called rats bit the Black Plague because cats were killed. Cats were burned, screaming as women flaming screams. Churchmen watching martyrs not mentioned in Fox's books. Gang banged as a simple pre-trial prerequisite, not worthy of mention in court documents. Hung by a jury of no woman's peers, though peered and poked and cattle prodded. In some villages, one woman alone was spared the blazing rod. Her thoughts. Did she spoil the children she was left to have? The system rolled on, but at such a hollow cost. Ozone holes, poles shifting, polarized screaming, solar winds howling. We march willingly into the ovens, believing the voice boxes. Emanations from an electromagnetic global village. Ah, give the children a cyber cipher hug, while ventriloquist voice boxes scream buying selling orders. Is the paperwork done? Is the paperwork done? Is the paperwork done? You pay the money, pay the money, pay the fee. Paperwork done. To pay the money, to pay the fee. Did the ubiquitous they say you can? The drones drone on while the honey is sucked out of the hive. Not to worry, not to worry, because anyone can work with children, the elderly, psychiatric patients, drug addicts, grieving children of living AIDS, parents, anyone. As long as you pay, fill out the paperwork, fill out the paperwork, fill out the paperwork, because you don't need a soul. You don't need a soul. Just buy and sell and kill more trees in the rainforest, deplete the oxygen, stifle breathing. Ragged words stick in my throat. My esophagus has a reflex instinct, fight, flight. But where do you run and how do you fight? Vapored eyes. No, we march into the wombs. The lyric cynicism of Generation X, we're near the end of the alphabet. Arrogance. Even Captain Janeway is a devotee of patriarchal federation, locked in step sharks with lockjaw, the beast taken for granted. Do you really want to get used to this life on this planet, then galactically spread these weedy dandelion seeds? Exchange feminine patriarchy for masculine patriarchy. Do I condemn my son because he's born without a vagina? Is he a hierarchy? Is she? Higher and higher forms of archery. And yes, some men believe a masculation, unaware they perform castric surgery on themselves by amputating women and children. And yes, breasts and hips and thighs, though some are still unnaturally wasted, but matriarchy is still cutting out cookies by rote. My eyes hurt from crying dusty tears in this desert of no oasis. Battalions of higher archeryized mothers in gingham chains of apron strings beseech. They demand martyrdom to the owning of the guilt of mothers through the ages. Stepford mothers want Stepford children, Stepford women, Stepford men. March to the ovens unceasingly. Even the guards go willingly, unaware they are guards, fish caught in a net, gasping poisoned air. Step around, step down, step back, step up, step over. Just step away from the living life. Cyanide societal suicide. I see youth in aged eyes. I see youth anesthetized. I see soul survivors of a lifetime's memories suffocated though still breathing. The emperor is naked. The crowd is naked. The bypassers are naked. The child is clothed in innocent naked truth. Grab a can opener, enlarge the sardines tin box. Women, men, children, childhood survivors of all ages, speak up, call, collect, live. We're all homeless, living under a suffering bridge with only a holy blanket warming us, and I will not be led lost into vague black ink, and neither you. Thank you.